Okay, so we need to make our graph for this data that shows both of our raw data, the supermarket sales, and our smoothed data, the center moving mean. So to create this chart, we have to be careful with a few shortcuts. Go ahead and get the little black arrow pointing down and select column A and B together. So again, get column A, slide over while you're still holding down your mouse and let go, so you have column A and B together. The next thing you want to do is hold down the control button. Select your raw data, the supermarket sales, and hold down the control button again and select the center moving mean, your smoothed data. So what this is going to produce for us when we go to insert, we want a line graph, and you'll select this one, line marker, line with markers, is it's going to make a nice chart for us that has the months, the years across the bottom as our x-axis and time, and then we have both the raw data that goes up and down and the centered moving mean. And as you can see, it's kind of hard to read from here, so right click on your chart and select Move Chart. And here we're going to go New Sheet. Might say Chart 1, Chart 2, whatever. We can name it and say Raw and Smooth if you want. Click OK, and here's our data. So we can actually see it in a little bit more detail, and if you want to, you can potentially, well, maybe not. Alright, so this is how we see it. We've got all our raw data and our smooth data. Again, the raw data being rough, and the smooth data being our centered moving means that we've done. So the next thing we want to do for this particular chart is to create a trend line. And again, we want to do our trend line with the centered moving mean. So when you right click, make sure you are selecting points that are on your centered moving mean, not right-clicking the points as you see here highlighted with little circles on the raw data. So again, we need to right-click on points that highlight the centered moving mean and add your trend line. We'll probably do a linear one here, just because looking at the graph it looks pretty linear. And I'm going to click on equation on chart and our R value. And again, you might use one of the other equations or one of the other type of trend lines depending on how your data looks, but in this case we'll try a linear trend line. Click Close, and if we drag this guy over here, we can see the equation for our trend line. Y is equal to 21.43x plus 1036.3, and our R squared value here is 0.9779, which should tell us that it's a pretty nice trend. The R value for that would be a little bit different, but still very close to 1. So we have a pretty good looking trend line. You can see it kind of goes above and below and above again. But we can use this to make some immediate predictions.